Revision is very, very important for entrance preparation. And without a proper revision, it is very difficult to crack the entrance exam. But while planning a revision, there are many questions that stand in front of us, and you have to take care all these questions into account while planning a revision. Otherwise, it will become difficult. First important, as we all know, that minimum 3 revisions we have to give before the exam. But our aim is not just to complete 3 revisions. Our aim is to complete 3 effective revisions. Right? That is very important. And we don't have as much as time we want to complete the 3 revisions. We are time bound, and we have to complete these 3 revisions effectively in less time. That is the first question that stand in front of us: how to complete 3 effective revisions in less time. Sir, what do you mean by these effective revisions? Whatever we are revising, are we understanding it? Are we remembering it? And are we able to answer the questions in the exam? That is important. Otherwise, what is the use of giving revisions? Whatever we are revising, are we remembering it better? Are we remembering for the longer time? Very important. You have to take into account this thing. Next, how to identify the weaker topics and make them strong. Just keep on reading, and weaker topics remain weaker. It is not going to work. We have to identify our weaker topics in our revisions, and we have to make them strong. Then when to give GTs, how to review GTs, and how to improve the GT score. All these things we have to consider into account while planning a revision. Not only this, there are many other things, but these are the few important things which are put in front of you. So now, by considering all these things into account, I have prepared a smart revision plan for you all, which I call it as revolutionary revision blueprint. As the name says, it will revolutionize your revision. But before explaining this revision blueprint, if you see the first line in my blueprint, I have told you every day how many hours we have to revise and for how many hours you need to solve questions. You have to solve questions. 8 to 10 hours you have to revise your notes, whatever you have prepared, and 1 to 2 hours you have to solve questions every day. And 8 to 10 hours, whatever you revise, right? You totally, it will become minimum 9 hours, maximum 12 hours. Minimum 9, maximum 12 hours you have to study. But when I say this, students say, no, sir, we study more than 12 hours, 15 to 16 hours. And even I have heard in the interview students saying, we used to study 16 to 18 hours every day. Right? You know, being medicos, we are poor in mathematics. Not all of us, but most of us. Right? I have seen students coming to reading room at 6 a.m., leaving night 12 a.m., and they calculate now 6 a.m. to 12 a.m., 18 hours. But what they forget is, in these 18 hours, they have taken out time to freshen up, to eat food, to talk with friends, to take a nap on the reading room, on the table, right, in the reading room. All these things, if you include, right, in the study hours, then that is not a wise plan. Sir, how will you come to know how many hours we have studied? Man, we have to study in study sessions. Then only your studies will be effective. 2 hour sessions, 5 to 6 sessions. That is 10 to 12 hours a day. And during this 2 hour session, study session, you have to study with concentration, without distraction. And after every 2 hour session, you have to take a break. And that's how your studies will become effective every day. And 1 to 2 hours, you have to solve questions related to the topics what you have studied on that day. Once you have understood how to prepare every day, now we are planning 3 revisions in less time, effective revisions. Sir, normally if we have 3 months, how do we plan 3 revisions? First month, first revision, second month, second revision, third month, third revision. Can we plan like that? Why not? Yes, man, you can plan like that. But we have a better revision plan. Far, far better than other revision plans. That is our revolutionary revision blueprint, by which not only you complete 3 revisions, you will complete 3 revisions effectively. First thing, you will cover in less time than any other revision plan. Third thing, you remember better than any other revision plan. Right? And you remember for longer time than any other revision plan. And you answer better in the exam than any other revision plan. That is what is revolutionary revision blueprint. Sir, in our blueprint, we won't revise 1 to 19 subjects continuously in a stretch. First of all, we divide 19 subjects into 5 groups, like I have divided here. 3 subjects in first group, 3 subjects in second group, 3 subjects in third group, then 5 subjects in fourth and fifth group. Sir, why 3, 3, 3, then 5, 5? Because first 3 subjects are major subjects, vast subjects, important subjects. Next 3 are comparatively less important, less vast. And that's why we have grouped into 5 and 5. Sir, why to divide these subjects into groups? Our aim is, right, to get thorough with these subjects. Not only covering the subject, we have to thorough with the subjects. So first, when you read 3 subjects, one revision is over, like an ad surgery and OBG. And randomly, we have not grouped the subjects here. They are related subjects. We have grouped the subjects based on their relation, right? Interrelation, so that it will become easy for us to read and remember, to understand. When you read an ad surgery and OBG, after these three subjects, you have to start the second revision of same three subjects. And when you complete the second revision, now what happens? Second revision take less time than first revision, because just now we have finished first revision, immediately you're going for second revision. And that too, you have revised only three subjects, not all the 19 subjects. Then obviously you take less time than the first revision. So second revision happened in less time. After these two revisions of these three subjects, then you have to give a GT grand test. Take a grand test, right? Complete the grand test. But after that, you have to review the grand test. When you review the grand test, you have to review the questions only from these three subjects which you have revised 2 times. Sir, why? Because if the questions have gone wrong from these three subjects which have revised 2 times just before giving the GT, there is something wrong in your preparation method. How can you do wrong? Because just now we have revised 2 times, that only three subjects. Then obviously most of your questions should be right. If they're wrong, there is something wrong. See what is wrong. Try to, and if they have gone wrong, those are the topics which are your weaker topics. You have identified your weaker topics. Even after 2 revision, you are doing wrong. Means those are your weaker topics. You have not understood them better. Might be you have not prepared them with concentration, with understanding. Now see why they have gone wrong. Try to understand them. Try to read them. Now your weaker topic, you have identified the weaker topics. You are making them strong, so that next time when the questions come from these topics, it should not go wrong. So like that, every time we are taking 3 subjects or 5 subjects, giving 2 revisions, then giving the GTs, then reviewing the questions and improving the GT score, reducing the silly mistakes, identifying the weaker topics and making them strong, understanding the topics. That's how in less time we can cover 2 revisions, and we can identify the weaker topics, and we can increase the right answers. Like that, once you complete 3 plus 3 plus 3 and 5 plus 5, right, all the 19 subjects in 5 groups, 2 revisions will get over, and 5 GTs will get over, because we have 5 groups. Simultaneously, we have put GTs also, we are reviewing the GTs also, and we are revising the notes also, we are reading questions, we are doing questions also 1 to 2 hours every day. Then after every group, we are doing GT and reviewing the GT. Well, we have taken care of everything. And we are identifying the weaker topics also, we are increasing the right answers also. And we are remembering better also. And we are taking less time for second revision than first revision. And once we complete 2 revisions like this with 5 GTs, now start the third revision. Third revision is like the way you do. All the 19 subjects you have to revise in a stretch. Now you take less time, because just now you have finished 2 revisions. And then you have to give a GT. And yet now you have to review all the 19 subjects, because now you are thorough with all the 19 subjects. Because you have taken 3 or 5 subjects and you have identified the weaker topics and you have improved the weaker topics, then obviously now you can perform better. So with that, this is what I call it as revolutionary revision blueprint. Right. Like I showed you people, the first slide, all these questions we have taken care. And for all these questions, the solution is our revolutionary revision blueprint. Not only these questions, any question, any problem you face with your revision plan, this is going to help and this is going to solve. With that, guys, I'm not telling you that you have to follow this revision blueprint blindly. You just analyze this blueprint and connect it with your situation. And if it is feasible for you, follow it. If it is not feasible for you, then modify it. And if it is not at all for you, then leave it. Make your own plan. With that, hope you enjoyed our revolutionary revision blueprint. With that, thank you very much. Remember one thing, plan better and revise smart. Very important. Plan better and revise smart. And if you want frequent updates on the important topics and also entrance preparation, right, follow in Instagram and Telegram. All the best.